Hi everybody. Welcome to another derivation video regarding the Ranchford rise equation. So, if you're taking classes like thermodynamics or advanced thermodynamics or unit operations, you will come up with a long equation that when you do vapor and liquid related stuff. So today I'm gonna explain to you the second part of a Ranchford rise equation, which mean that now we're gonna deal with more stuff, right? With more vapor, more liquid, more phase, more double it. But hey, I'm gonna show you how to get there, and I'm not gonna skip step like some of your professor did. Okay, so get started to it. So let's say we have a feed, okay? Let's say we have a feed. Let's call this feed F. And they have ZI component. And this phase, we can separate into three phases, okay? I call this vapor. I call this liquid 1, and I call this liquid 2. Okay, and vapor I will have V, and component II. Liquid 1 will be denoted L1, component XI1. Similarly, you have L2, component XI2. So now, when you arrive at this step, you're wondering why we even set up all of this in the first place, right? So I'm gonna introduce some variable, and then we're gonna go ahead and derive the equation that relate all these things together, and later on you can use the numerical methods with it. Okay, so I'm gonna define something. Okay, define. I would say rather something, many things. Okay, you ready? Okay, the first thing is Ki. This is just algebra, but this is not simple algebra. So Ki1 would be Yi over Xi1. Okay, Ki2 would be Yi over Xi2. And we have KDI. This is the mole fraction of the liquid, be Xi1 over Xi2. Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do right here is let me switch pen. I'm gonna put in, let's just go. Okay, try to find Yi Xi1 Xi2 as a function of Zi Ki1 Ki2 KDI. Actually, yeah, KDI. Oh no, actually I haven't finished define all of them. My apologize. I'm gonna add two more things right here, which is psi is V over F, and epsilon will be L1 over L1 plus L2. I apologize, guys. Now I'm gonna try to find all of this in terms of Zi ki1, ki2, psi, and epsilon. Okay, this is the goal. The goal of us. This is what we're literally trying to do. Okay. So at first, I'm gonna draw the things, and then I define some new variables to you, and then I set out the goals, and then so the next step is I'm gonna do on the balance. Okay. So next step I'm gonna do is do the balance. So we have many type balance. Okay. First is overall balance. So what do we have? In equal out. Okay. What is go in? What go in equal what's come out. So because we have no accumulation, generation, or consumption. Okay. Well, let me write it down for any one of you. The fundamental theorem of engineering. I think chemical engineering. I think it applies for everything in life, not just engineering. It will be accumulation equal in minus out plus generation minus consumption. Okay, so in this case, since we don't have any accumulation, we don't have any generation, we have no consumption, we just have in equal out. Okay, so what go in this thing? I'm gonna pick this as a control volume right here. Okay, what goes inside the column? So go inside is F, right? Go out would be V plus L1 plus L2. Okay, V, L1, L2. Remember guys, I didn't touch the component balance, I just touched the overall thing. So it's just the capital letters. Okay. Okay, so that's the overall balance for you. I'm gonna label this as equation 1. Okay, now we're gonna move forward to component balance. Component balance. So what do we have? We have F times Zi equal V times Yi plus L1 times Xi1 plus L2 times Xi2. Okay. Right, and then I'm gonna define this as equation 2. Okay, now and then I'm gonna count this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in case that I will use it, but I don't know if I'm gonna use it. Okay, so at first I'm gonna calculate yi. Okay, I'm gonna calculate yi. So how am I gonna do it? So at first you're gonna have to calculate xi1 and xi2 as a function of whatever yellow says specify right here, and yi. Okay, so from 3 you have xi1 equal to k yi over ki. Okay, let me see, check a minute. Xi1, yeah, exactly. And then similarly from 4 you will have xi2 equal yi, I forgot the 1 here, over ki2. Okay, now you're gonna plug these into 2. So what do you have? You have F times Zi equal V times Yi plus L1 times Yi over Ki1 plus L2 times Yi over Ki2. Okay, so you have F times Zi equal, I'm gonna factor out Yi, we have V plus L1 over Ki1 plus L2 over Ki2. Okay, so I'm gonna solve for yi. It would be equal to F times Zi over V plus L1 over Ki1 plus L2 over Ki2. Okay, we're not done yet. See, You thought we got yi, right? But we have f right here, and remember, the goal is we have to find yi as a function of all these, and I don't see the word f here, duh. So we have to find a way to eliminate f. Okay, so let me see. Please, the God of Algebra, I summon you right now. Okay, so the God of Algebra whispered to me in Greek, and he say Malaka, which mean that you divide both sides by f. So you divide zi, the denominator with f, you have zi. If you divide the numerator with f, you have to divide the denominator as well. So you have v over f plus L1 f times ki1 plus L2 over ki2. Okay, so yi equal to zi over v over f. This is psi. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of manipulation here. I'm gonna time both sides. I'm gonna add this thing. Okay, f times ki1. You with me? I'm gonna add this new thing, this thing right here. I'm gonna show you why. You're gonna see the magic later. I'm gonna add them. I'm gonna times them. I'm gonna add them to our equation. See the limit. Oh, okay. This video is gonna be a little bit long, so I'm gonna break the. Oh, I forgot times f here. My apologize. ki2. Okay, so yi would be zi over this is psi. Okay, let me see what we can do. Okay, I'm gonna go back to our definition. Okay, this is epsilon. Great. Okay, cool. So we have epsilon right there. Right? Times. Okay, now I'm gonna do a little bit of replacement. L1 plus L2. I'm gonna replace it with let me see, from 1 we have f equal v plus L1 plus L2, right guys? So we have L1 plus L2 equal f minus v. So I'm gonna replace L1 plus L2 here with f minus v over f times 1 over ki1. Okay, so L2 over L1 plus L2. I'm gonna do a little bit of manipulation here for this term. Right here. So L2 over L1 plus L2 equal L2 plus L1 minus L1 over L1 plus L2, okay, equal to L2 plus L1 over L1. Oh my god, guys, don't forget to bring your pillow when you watch the video. My sincere apologize. Okay, so this one will be 1 minus L1 over L1 plus L2 is epsilon. Okay, I'm gonna substitute that into here. So it will be 1 minus this times L1 plus L2 replace f minus v over f times 1 over ki2. Okay, so now I'm gonna do a little bit. yi will be zi over, oh, that was a bad. Okay, psi plus omega times 1 minus v over f times 1 over ki1 plus 1 minus omega times 1 minus v over f times 1 over ki2. Okay, and then we have yi equal zi over, now I'm going to replace v over f with psi, so psi plus epsilon times 1 minus psi times 1 over ki1 plus 1 over minus epsilon times 1 minus v over f I replace with psi times 1 over ki2. And here, my friend, this is the expression for yi. In the next video, we're gonna find the rest of the expression. Okay? Thank you for your patience.